Alright guys, so we're going to wrap up part 2 here. There's still a lot of detail stuff to do, but we made a lot of progress done today and I'm pretty beat. So we're out in the mobile studio. The lighting is still not the best. I have some lights coming for this. Not sure if they're going to make it, but Amazon's very unreliable out here. But a lot of work today. We got this rolling sliding door done. So it probably needs to be greased a little bit, but I used a little bit of mix of RC and other components. It does slide. Unfortunately, there's nothing back there at this time because I opted not to cut that out because the building actually needs the structure. It's just 3 walls. And I didn't want to try to do that. Might possibly add some lights behind it, so it looks like light coming in around the door. I don't know if we'll go that far or not. But these are, so I just reused some of the wood. I've got the door mounted. I was going to try to glue that wood to the door metal, and it just was not going to work. It's, you know, it's tin and gluing wood with wood glue. It's the only thing I could find, and so opted to go ahead and bolt the frame to the door, which also really made it sturdy. And these wheels, so this is a 1/2 inch steel rod, square. Bolted it up here with some scale RC4 drive bolts with some sheet metal. I've added some rust streaks to that. We'll see what it looks like when it's dry. I really wanted to take that metal and let it rust, but I'm just out of time. This build has taken me a lot longer than I intended. But I'm digging the look. So these are vintage sewing bobbins. This thread comes on them, you put it in the machine, feed it through, and it just, yeah, magic. And they fit perfectly over this 1/2 inch steel, which I really wanted to rust that too, and I was going to shine down parts of it that are going to be exposed or be worn from the wheels rolling on it, but didn't quite get there. And I had to do some work. I didn't really know how this was going to work when I started. I had to put the beam away from the wall, and because I needed the door couldn't just hang off of one side of it. And yeah, so that's what we ended up. I've got some RC4 drive 4-link spacers, pulling this side out so it pushes the door back just enough. And through the actual bobbin, I actually have some 20 mil RC4 drive rods. And I've had a bunch of those I've drilled the threads out of them, and that worked out perfect because they could just put a real long scale bolt through it and thread it into the piece of wood on the back side, and it hangs up like it's supposed to. So I've got a few other little things planned for this. Little detail, I did drill and then kind of bend out a hole in the door in the metal, make it look like somebody just kind of pried it open. And I'm trying to find some chain to chain that shut. I know it'll be from the inside, but you know, we're as scale as we can be. And as far as that, just scale accessories and things. I do have all of my scale stuff from my other shop. I'm not sure yet what we're going to use, what's going to fit. This is a very small shop, but I just needed a better backdrop for filming right now while we're in a temporary space. It's very crowded, so the scale garage has to be crowded as well. But yeah, this has been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of stress, honestly. This was a lot more. I thought this was going to be a 3-day project, 1 video, and yeah, this is going to be in part 2. Part 3 is just going to be scale details and doing some stuff, little things around the shop and making it feel like a home. So any questions or anything, comment below. So I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. Appreciate you watching, sticking with the channel through all these growing pains. But it's been a lot of fun, and yeah, again, comment below if you got any questions or ideas or anything about scale garages, and keep it scale. We'll see y'all in the next one.